Hey people, what's up? This is Big Boss Calvin 83. Yeah, I'm on the road. Just got back home from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So I want to talk about some stuff that's really got me all heated. I don't know where to start. All right, let me get out of here. Okay. This goes out to my haters. And I know a lot of people hate my fucking guts, even though I have never done them dirty. I have done nothing to them. I have never done them wrong. I have never lied to anybody that, who came in contact with me. I have never lied on them, where they got fucked up and got in trouble for it. You know what I'm saying? I have never, went out my way to hurt somebody's feelings and disrespect them, nor humiliate them. I have never done that shit to anybody, especially online. I have not, revealed personal information and try to slander somebody. Never done that shit. Never done that shit. As long as I have been making YouTube videos since 2008, I broke out, started making a lot of videos in 2009. So I've been doing this for it's 2017, doing this for over 8 fucking years. Never bothered nobody, never trolled anybody, never disrespected anybody openly. I never made false accusations against no fucking body. I have never false flagged fucking videos. I never try to get people's channels taken down that I disagree with. And this is what I'm going to talk about today. To all you people who want to get me banned off of social media, YouTube, Facebook, wherever the fuck I fuck with, you're wasting your goddamn time. You're wasting your time. It does not do nothing to try to ban people that you don't fucking like on fucking YouTube because they don't like, because you're in your fucking feelings because they how dare they speak unpopular speech. First of all, we have freedom of fucking speech. We have freedom of speech. Let's get that. I'll say that again. I and other people like you and I, especially who live in America, and even in other Western nations, have freedom of speech. We have the First Amendment. We have the First Amendment, the Bill of Rights, the constitutional rights. I'm entitled to that shit. Especially my ancestors built this fucking country with that shit. Okay? Even though we never got a fucking thing from this country, in America, kick your car, free case, don't get it fucked up and don't get it twisted. So-called black people have done so much for this fucking country and have opened doors for every goddamn body. Yet they spit in our fucking faces and give us the fucking middle finger. But that's a whole different video that I'm not gonna go there today. But you already know my stance on it, but I'll have to say it again, like a broken fucking record. The thing is, people, I have freedom of speech to say, just like you and people, I'll say this. I have freedom of speech just like you have freedom of speech. So my thing is, if you believe in people having rights and constitutional rights, especially the First Amendment, why would you want to take away somebody's right to freedom of speech, but yet you have the audacity to feel that you are entitled to your freedom of speech? You feel that you're entitled to believe what you want to believe in, but you're going to tell somebody else or what they cannot believe. You're going to tell somebody else that their ideology and the way they do things is wrong when you ain't no damn fucking better. That's fucking crazy to me that you have so many people out here who feel that this is the only way and this is right. How the fuck so? How the fuck so? How is your way the only way and the right goddamn way? My thing, if it was so fucking perfect, then everybody would be fucking following that shit. But just because you do something and it works for you, that doesn't mean it's gonna work for you and I. Just because somebody does something and it works for them, that doesn't fucking mean it ain't gonna that you're gonna get the same positive results. There's a lot of people out here who give advice, and that's why I don't give fucking advice too damn often. I will tell you what the fuck I went through, what I'm experiencing, what I've experienced, and what I'm dealing with right now. But I would never voluntarily give people advice on a subject I am not an expert in. That's fucking crazy. Even if I'm expert, even though I'm on point with a lot of the stuff I say, I will not give advice. You know why? Because 9 times out of 10, people are going to do whatever the fuck they want to do. And 9 times out of 10, just because what I do works for me, that doesn't guarantee that it's going to work for that person. And a lot of times, it does not work for that person. It rarely does. We like to say it does, but it doesn't fucking does. Your answers and your opinions and the way you do things just work for you. It just works for you. But it doesn't work for, that doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody else. That's fucking crazy. We're all not we are the same when it comes to skin and bones and blood. We all take a piss. We all take a shit. Keeping it fucking real. We all put on pants. We all gotta wash our fucking ass. Keeping it real. We do that shit. You gotta do that shit. We all pay bills. We all gotta fucking live out here. But but at the same time, we all have different personalities, different views of the world. We all come from different culture, we all have different cultural backgrounds, especially if you live in America. In any diverse country that has different ethnicities and different cultures and different way of doing things and different lifestyles. I would never tell somebody, hey, just because I disagree with your lifestyle, I'm not going to try to shame you and bully you into doing things my fucking way. I don't roll like that. And I just want people to understand that. But for people, and I've been getting death threats, not like I'm going to fucking kill you, but people have been threatening me to flag my channel, to report my videos, to report my content, my videos, and the stuff I say and do on social media to the authorities. And y'all can do that shit. Y'all just wasting your goddamn time because I have not broken a fucking law at all. To be honest with y'all, I have not done that shit. I have not I have not threatened to kill anybody. Never did that. I have not incited no violence. I never told anybody to go harm people just because I wish death and destruction on some damn body. That's not a fucking crime. Just because I took pleasure in admitting that when somebody did some dumb shit and they treated somebody bad and hurt them and hurt their fucking feelings and fucked up their lives and messed up their lives somehow or did something underhanded, mean and evil towards somebody, and the fact that I took up for the victim and I said, I hope this motherfucker get karma, and I hope it whoops their ass, and I hope this motherfucker dies of some kind of terminal illness and suffers a long painful death, and I hope somebody harms and does some dirty or harm that motherfucker or kill that motherfucker point blank. That's not a fucking crime. That's not a form of hate speech. I'm not encouraging anybody to do harm to anybody. Hell no, I can't do that shit. Can't do that shit. That's crazy. Basically saying people, just because I wish somebody goes through hell and pain and suffering so they know what it fucking feels like, and whatever they did to somebody, especially doing somebody dirty or doing somebody wrong, I hope they get what they get what is fuck was I hope they get what is warranted towards them. I hope they suffer. I hope they go through pain and hell. I hope their family goes through shit. People around them suffer. That's not an evil thing to say. You can say that. You can say, oh, it is. No, it's not. Because meanwhile, these same people who you're defending, who actually the fucking perpetrator, who are victimizing people, treating other people like shit, and going out their way to hurt other people and degrade them, disrespect them, fuck with them, bully them, lie to them, lie on them. Those same people that you like to fucking defend stupidly and have committed heinous crimes against them. Maybe it might not be in the legal sense, but when somebody does you wrong, that's a fucking crime. When somebody violates you, it's a fucking crime in my fucking book. When somebody does some immoral act towards you to you, that's a fucking crime in my goddamn opinion. If you don't like it, that's tough fucking shit. Okay? It's like, you're not gonna change my fucking views of the fucking world. My experiences are my fucking experiences. When will people understand that? When I debate with people, my intention is not to try to change people and try to get them to think like me and do like me, and that this way, the way Calvin does things is the right way, is fucking correct. Nah, hell no, you will never see me do something like that. I used to when I was younger, when I was a teenager in my 20s, I used to get frustrated. I used to lose my temper. You know, and sometimes those heated debates led to blows and broken relationships. You know, I made those mistakes in the past, but I have realized at the age of somebody who's about to turn 34 next Friday, this upcoming Friday, I mean, to stand corrected, my birthday is on June 16th, if you're wondering. I was born in 1983. I realize is that the purpose of you just having a debate and having the dialogue and discussion is not to try to change somebody's opinion. What I do, my approach is to try to point things out so they can see things from a different perspective, from a different side, from a different angle. You know, see through it from another person's perspective of what they're thinking and feeling. That's what I try to do. I'm not trying to change your opinion. I'm not trying to say, even if I disagree with your opinion, even if I feel and know your opinion's incorrect and wrong, you can think the way you can think and do whatever the hell you want to do. As long as you don't bring me into your bullshit, we're all good. As long as you don't hurt other people, especially children, it's all good. You know, as long as you don't hurt other people and do them wrong and violate them and commit a heinous crime, and just do them dirty or do harm or kill somebody, you know, it's all good. You know, if you want to smoke cigarettes and smoke yourself to death and get lung cancer and throat cancer, lip cancer, and all that type of shit, and you can't fucking breathe when you walk out, when you fucking try to walk and run, you want to die of, you know, all those type of of stuff that you, when it comes to smoking cigarettes and smoking cigars, that's on your ass. But to smoke in front of other people who don't fucking smoke it's wrong to do that shit, to smoke in front of people because they don't want your fucking secondhand smoke and they don't want to get fucking sick from your fucking smoke. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand what I'm trying to mean. So if you could do whatever the hell you want to do, if you want to drive 100 miles, if you want to drive 100 miles per hour on the fucking highway, that's on you. As long as you don't hurt somebody, and hey, if you want to hurt your damn self, okay, that's on you. If you want to risk getting a speeding ticket, that's on you. You know, by a state trooper, that's on you. But if you want to fuck up and total your car because you're likely going to get in an ugly accident, as long as you don't hurt somebody and kill somebody, if you want to hurt yourself and kill yourself, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're being mindful not to not endanger other people, because that's what we do every day when we get on the highway, right? When we get in our fucking cars and drive fast, or some of you motherfuckers drive too damn slow, and some of y'all don't use your goddamn signal, and you make dumb chances or stop in the middle of the fucking street and not pay attention to what's around you, you're endangering the lives of others. You know what I'm saying? As you know, I got interrupted. Sorry about that too. But what I'm saying is, just overall, it's ridiculous that you got males and females, not men and women, not men and women, males and females, because these guys ain't men who do this bitch ass shit of false flagging videos and trying to take the other people's channels down and report or tattletale to YouTube and the authorities because a man said something, you know, said something that was not, you know, comfortable to the eyes and the ears because it didn't make him feel good, you know, faggot ass shit like that. I'm just being fucking honest. And you got females, not women, do that pussy ass bitch ass shit. But you know, it's okay for a woman to be a fucking pussy, be a fucking coward. It's okay for her to do that shit, to do these underhanded bitch passive aggressive tactics, you know, start some bullshit, you know, like Yamaya Oshun talking dumb shit. You know, she tried to go come at me and try to fuck with me and try to insult me on the slide. She asked for a fucking dialogue of my honest opinion. I gave it to her, and she got an attitude like most of these typical so-called black bitches do. Negro-pean, she's a Negro-pean idiot bitch. She's a Negro-pean female, a Negro-pean, a fucking bedwench. And she can say, well, I don't swirl. And it don't matter if you swirl or not, you're a fucking coon. And you're a fucking coon. Factually, you're a fucking coon. You're a fucking handkerchief head, aunt your mama, backstabbing, sellout, race traitor bitch. Doing that shit. And some of you brothers, same with you brothers who do that shit. You know, just because y'all think because you date within your ethnicity that you're not a fucking coon. Are you fucking serious? We got some. Where do these coons come from? They come from the mother and the father who are goddamn fucking handkerchief head, self-hating Negro peeing, passing on this goddamn self-hate in the so-called black community, especially the women, because y'all are the first teachers of the child. You know why? You got some of these brothers who don't stand up for y'all. You know why? Because y'all say you don't need we don't need you. Okay, since you don't need us, okay, then you fight your own goddamn battles, then, bitch. That's how y'all want to roll. You wonder why you got so-called black celebrities that don't defend and protect the black community, don't do shit for the black community, because especially the men. You know why? Because y'all women talk about you holding it down. Y'all don't need us. Y'all smarter than us. You're more educated than us. Y'all so goddamn perfect. You're always right. Your opinion matters. Fuck the so-called black man's opinion. You're more mature than us. Bullshit. All that shit I heard, all the stuff that I'm telling y'all, that's what I heard fucking growing up with my women in my family. Talking that dumb shit, okay? Oh, it's always the man's fault. Oh, we're so perfect. We don't fuck your man. If they don't want to hear a man's point of view, and y'all say y'all need us, and you talk about we're the fuck ups, okay, then y'all get since y'all the head of since y'all the matriarchs, and that's what y'all fucking want, then y'all take all the responsibility for the failing of the so-called black community. Y'all bitches don't want to do that shit. You want to blame the men. You want to conveniently blame the men all day, all week, all year. You want to conveniently just pass the blame, but when it comes to success, you want to take all the goddamn credit. You can't do that shit. You can't say I'm the mother and the father, and the kids become successful. Oh, you want to take all the damn credit when Evelyn Gonzalez said you a non-motherfucking factor, bitch. And you barely did shit. The only thing you did was give birth, and you just put food and clothes and gave a roof over his fucking head. But meanwhile, mind you, the dad was probably likely paying child support, so you wouldn't be out on the fucking street, you know, or both, or you got you got houses because you got a child, you're a single mother, you got public assistance, you got welfare, you got WIC, you know what I'm saying? And if you got child support, you got a fucking bonus. If you got married and got to a man, especially did well for himself, and you got a divorce, which you filed because you didn't like his attitude, because you didn't want to be told what to do, but you don't have no problem listening to the Caucasian person, the Caucasian male mainly, and sometimes the female tell you what the fuck to do in order your own, and you be a good old slave nigger bitch and be all compliant and shit. But as a brother tells you something, you know, and then y'all want to argue, well, y'all don't got no damn power. Well, every time, you know, and like, well, you don't got no power either, bitch. You got some power, you got a lot of power, but you don't want to admit female power and female privilege because you will have to be accountable for this mess. And you wonder why, back to the subject, you know why so-called black male celebrities and athletes do not speak up and defend the so-called black community? You know why? Because majority of them were raised by single mothers, these hood rat bitches, and they're always telling their fucking sons and always interfering, you know, telling the son, oh, don't talk about the fucking black community. Oh, fuck that shit. Do you? You have to, that's what my mom, I'm not going to say I can't call her a coon, you know, out of respect, but I do say she got Negro-pean ways. I'm just being honest, people. But, you know, don't fuck the black community. Fuck, do you. And it's okay for so-called black women to say, I can't live around niggers. But if a so-called black man says, oh, he a fucking coon, he a fucking Uncle Ruckus, he's a handkerchief head, he's a house nigger. Oh, he's a step and fetch Negro-pean. That's what we hear from sisters. Y'all call us a fucking coon immediately. But if a so-called black woman says some coon shit, or majority of y'all, most of y'all bitches do some coon shit, bedouin shit. Oh, I don't date black guys. You're gonna say that shit in mixed company, and there's a woman who, you got sisters who say that, like Serena, and this other bitch who was a reality TV star, talking about only fuck Caucasian males, and sometimes even if they fuck with other men of other ethnicities of color, they sometimes say, well, I sometimes fuck with Latino guys, Asian guys, Arab guys, you know, especially Arab guys, especially when they're in their teens, you know what I'm saying? But she ain't called a fucking bedouin. She ain't called a fucking cell. She ain't called a fucking coon or nothing like that. She ain't called a bedouin. She ain't called an Aunt Thomasina or Aunt your mama. She ain't called a fucking mammy. She ain't. And you can't question the so-called black woman the so-called black woman's blackness or black pride, Africanness. You can't question her because she's always loyal and always speaking up for the so-called black community. No, she's not. No, she's not. She played both sides. She benefits off the struggle of the so-called black community, which is the men. And if it wasn't for men, fighting and dying, and it was men who was actually putting their necks out there for the civil rights movement, not the women, not as much as the women. I'm not going to say you had women that was supporting it, but men, it was Martin Luther King that was doing, and Malcolm X, and all these other great men who made it possible for us, the so-called black people, the current generation, to be able to integrate the so-called Caucasian, so-called white folks or white identified folks, integrate with Caucasian people, and that has failed us. Integration, and then the civil rights movement has failed us because that was the wrong approach. And then on top of that, you got dumbass bitches, dumbass so-called black bitches joining the feminist movement when that shit had nothing to do with your black ass, bitch. It had nothing to do with you. You're still a fucking nigger to the Caucasian female. She just used y'all for numbers. She was not oppressed. She had power. She had privilege. She had she had more benefits and more rights and freedoms than the Caucasian male allowed himself to. And then you know why? Because I'll give you an example. Who has to register for the selective service and forced to join the military when they turn fucking 18 years old? It's usually men, not women. They require women to do it, but now you got women on the uproar bitching and crying. Oh, we got to register for the fucking draft. Y'all wanted equality. Whoop, there it is. There's your equality. Equal responsibility, just like the men. Y'all want to be equal to us. Oh, why is it that women get social? You got all these social programs like welfare and all that shit for women, especially when they got a goddamn child. Where's the social programs and the public assistance and aid and grants and these other programs issued by the government for single fathers and for men? None. We don't got none. Especially so-called black men don't got a goddamn thing. It's easier for women to get certain things, especially disability and all that shit. I see more able-bodied women able to get certain perks from the fucking government, but me as a man who got the actually valid, I'm not going to talk much about my personal life. You got issues, especially physical issues, mental issues. Oh, I can't get no damn help. What the fuck is that? You got funding for women's health. What do men get? Nothing. Men fight and die for fucking wars that don't benefit us. But meanwhile, when we come back home, women treat us like shit. Women pay less for car insurance, and they're the shittiest drivers. Okay? And if you're a person of color, you pay more for that shit. And if you're a man, you pay more for that shit. And it's not just the car insurance, it's other types of insurance too. And if you're trying to get like something for healthcare, especially that, for health wise, oh, you gotta go for red tape and all that shit, or you just don't fucking get it and you're fucking screwed. Let's talk about domestic violence. Oh, when it comes to law enforcement, who do you think the cops are going to side with? The man or the woman when it comes to a domestic dispute, an altercation? Who's going to get arrested? The man, likely. Even if it's at his own goddamn house. That's female privilege. Okay? When a woman accuses a man of something, like rape, specifically, who do you think is in the eyes of in the law? You're innocent until proven guilty. Oh, I forgot. That only works for Caucasian people. But okay, but but when it comes to gender, when a man's accused of something, when a woman and a child, or both, when a woman and a child accuses a man of a sex crime, likely 9 times out of 10 they're going to believe that woman and child, but specifically more so they're going to believe the woman. Even if the man got proof that he's fucking innocent and didn't do shit didn't do no grimy, heinous, evil, sick ass shit like that, they're still gonna take our fucking side. The man's still gonna get arrested. He's still gonna he can do some serious jail time. and then even the man proves that he's innocent, he got to live with the stigma. That's worse than rape. It's goddamn self, if you ask me. You understand what I'm telling you? People. When you know, I mean, you got women. You know, I looked at an article. You had a woman. You got these grown women fucking these. You got molesting boys. They don't talk about that shit. Having sex with teenage boys. Oh, but you say, well, he was. Even if the guy pushed up on her, she should have put a stop to it. Because let me tell you something. If a girl, you got girls pushing up on older dudes, teenage girls from 12 to 18, underage girls and teenage girls pushing up on older men who are legal age and way older, specifically older men, middle-aged men. Oh, but if a man gives in, and I don't agree with you giving in at all, either side. You know what I'm saying? But if a man have sexual relationships with that teenage girl who don't know what the fuck she's doing, oh, but she's just looking for a come up, oh, guess what? He go to jail. Even if she initiated that shit, even if she was the sexual aggressor, he go to jail. There's no excuses. Throw the book at him. But you got women committing statutory rape on young teenage boys, younger men, younger men under the age of 18. I'll just say it like that. Guess what? Some of these women don't get jail time. Some of these women keep their fucking job, especially teaching job. Anything that has something to do with minors, children. You got women who actually get away with it, even if they do get arrested. It's a lighter sentence. Men get harsher sentences. Some of these men get underneath the goddamn jail, or some of them get killed. But you don't see that shit happening to women when they are the criminals, when they are the sex offenders. You know what I'm saying? But if I talk about that shit, oh, I'm misogynistic. Oh, get over yourselves, people. Just because I expose the ugly truth of what women do, I expose both sides. To be honest with you, if I talk about what men do, oh, you're okay with that shit. But if I talk about the treacherous, evil ass shit that women do, it's a goddamn problem. And you know, you want to use shaming language. Oh, you hate women. When I talk about the dating scene, I talk about when it comes to the mating scene, dating scene, whatever you want to call it. Or when I talk about the stuff that women do and how they treat men, most men out here who are just average Joes, hardworking, blue collar, average Joes, and not white collar, and not blowing out of control, and how women treat us, men like myself, differently, and especially when we're nice guys and have good hearts. And care about her, and care about women. Oh, we talk about air out our grievances. We're told to shut up, but women can air out their fucking grievances about men. Either she's in the wrong or in the fucking right. Everybody has sympathy and empathy for this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm just so sick of the fucking hypocrisy out here and the double standards that I talk about out here. But I'm a misogynist because I point shit out there, and because I refuse to co-sign with society's bullshit. And when women ask me for something, if you don't like the answer, don't ask the goddamn question in the first place, women. And it's you guys. You ask my opinion on certain subjects. But the minute I give you my honest answer, and even when I have facts to back it up, that's not an opinion. This is how it is. Oh, you still want to argue with me? You want to debate truth? You cannot refute honest, blatant truth. Now, you could disagree with it all you want to. If you feel that's not how it is, then that's not how it is, you know? But even because I can say, well, I don't agree with that because that's not my daily experiences. Okay, I'll be fine. But if I have honest truth and this is everybody else's experiences, and you trying to discredit it and be dismissive, and then you want to silence me because you don't like what the fuck I'm saying online, and this is online. No, I'm not no politician. I don't work for government. I don't got power like that, money and power and fame like that, where I can do some damage. But yeah, but you got women who got a platform to talk about men. You got Caucasian people who got a platform to be fucking racist and against people of color. You got women who have a platform to bash, disrespect men, and be sexist as hell and get away with it by the elite men who actually give them that fucking privilege to do that shit. And as long as only time a man got some kind of privilege to get some acceptance from women is he kisses their fucking ass and pussy panders to women. But if you're a man that don't do that shit, oh, you're the scum of the goddamn earth. I don't give a fuck what y'all motherfuckers think about me. You can kiss my natural so-called black ass for all I fucking care. Okay? I talk about certain issues that bother me. There's certain issues that I have experiences, certain issues that I researched and observed from from my environment and places I've been to, people I interacted with, and even people online, what I've discovered. You know, I don't lie. I'm not. This is not a front. I'm telling you the truth. And the fact that people want to call me a misogynist and report my videos and want to get my channel banned over a fucking post. My thing is, if I was so wrong and incorrect of what I was saying, why would you let something like that, a YouTube video, bother you? Why would you let a Facebook post bother you? An Instagram post bother you? A post on social media bother you, people, if it's fucking wrong and incorrect and not true and not valid and not credible? If it ain't credible, why are you trying to suppress me? Why are you trying to silence me? You got to ask yourself that. We all got freedom of speech out here. But you want to take away my right to freedom of speech, but yet you have the audacity to feel that you are entitled to and to have the right to have your freedom of speech. When you take away somebody else's freedom of speech, guess what, motherfuckers? Guess what? You're taking away your fucking rights too. Because that's what the powers that be fucking want. They want us to censor each other. Because they're going to take away our fucking rights. Meanwhile, you're worried about what I'm saying but you should be worried about the elite motherfuckers. You should be worrying about the wealthy elites, the Bilderberg, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, those motherfuckers that can fuck you up and control this goddamn world. These Caucasian supremacists and these other so-called white nationalist groups out here that can fuck us up. I don't see you guys trying to flag videos of these Caucasian supremacists talking about killing niggers. I don't see y'all doing that. I don't see you trolling them. I don't see you arguing with them. Especially you Negroes out here, but you want to silence another so-called black man, a heterosexual black man, because he said something because he aired out his grievances and talked about what women do, the bad shit that women do. He also talks about the positive shit, but you don't pay no attention to that shit. He also trying to help women and warn women, if you do dumb shit, this is what's going to happen to you. If you continue to be mean, rude, if you continue to strut yourself and be a fucking whore, this is what happens to you. If you continue to be a fucking tease and dress all provocative and show your goods and flaunt your stuff and entice and be a fucking tease to random men, you could get raped. If you tell kids, especially when you try to talk to kids, hey, if you do certain things, you can get fucked up. You don't want that. Oh, that's child abuse. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Why are you trying to silence? Why are you attacking the messenger? Why are you getting mad at the messenger? If you're not like that person that I described, why are you getting offended? Oh, you know why? Because you are that person. You're trying to pretend that you're trying to lie to me and say, oh, I'm not like those other people. I'm not like those other women. I'm not like them other dudes. But see, the thing is, when I check dudes, y'all get mad because I check a certain type of dude, like these bad boys, these fucks, these simps, these mangianas, these white knight faggots out here, gay dudes. Especially when I go in on gay people, I mean, y'all got a problem with that, but you want me to hold heterosexual men accountable for somebody else's actions, the actions of women, the dumb shit that they did and brought on themselves. That's fucking stupid. I'm gonna not do that. I'm not gonna take responsibility for a grown-ass person's actions and behaviors and poor choices, especially when you choose the wrong men, women. When you choose the wrong guy and you want to pass the blame. You know, women, you wonder why you women get blamed, particularly black women get blamed, especially on social media, because you are the matriarchs. You run shit. Rather you choose to be in power or not, you didn't ask for the position, but you took advantage of the situation, just like Caucasian people. They're the most privileged people in society, in America, in the world. They run and control shit, so you are responsible. You benefit off of chattel slavery. You benefit off of Jim Crow. You benefit off systematic and institutional racism. You benefit off of terrorism. You benefit off of lying to people and fucking people over for a long goddamn time. So I'm going to hold your ass accountable. And you got the wealth and the resources that was stolen from other lands and nations. You stole land from other indigenous people. So I'm going to hold your ass accountable. So fuck out of here for deflecting responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm about to get my food because I'm starving. Okay, but what I'm saying is that you want to flag a video and you want to get a channel terminated, taken down off of YouTube. It's fucking ridiculous. All you're doing is proving that person right. All you're doing is making that person more popular. Because my thing, if this person was on bullshit and talking bullshit and dumb shit, then it was, and what they said was not credible and not valid. Why would you get upset and why would you get offended by me by a person like myself posting videos and exposing the honest truth and showing you all the honest truth? Because I'm not lying. I don't know why would you let a post bother you if I'm talking about certain subjects? Because you know why? Because you are part of the goddamn problem, but you don't want to be accountable for it. You want people like me to be accountable for shit that's out of my control. You want me to be accountable for your evil ass actions, for me being a fucking victim. That's like an evil, sick ass man raping a woman and blaming her for it. That's what y'all people are doing to us. When women do us wrong and do us dirty, you want to blame the man. The victim blame the man. That's wrong as hell. That's a double standard. But when I point that out, oh, you're anti-woman. If you could, no, you know what I'm anti? Yeah, fuck that. If you want to think that, fine. You are anti-woman because you're not holding women accountable for their bad behavior, and you're gonna get them fucked up. You're putting them in fucking danger. So you're anti-woman. You can call me anti anything. If I don't agree with gay people and how they fucking live, and tell you that homosexuality is not natural, then it is what it is. We got scientific facts to back it up. We got biology to back it up. You can't reproduce with two men together. You can't reproduce with two women to get together. With two women together and fucking each other, well, actually, doing sex acts on each other, they can't reproduce. Just like two men can't reproduce. The only two people who can reproduce in a relationship is a man and a woman. Woman or man. Woman and a man. That's a fact. If you don't like the truth, that's too fucking bad. I don't give a damn about your fucking feelings, because you same assholes and you same bitches don't give a fuck about other people's feelings, but you have the audacity to feel entitled for other people to give a shit about your fucking feelings. But yet you are dismissive of other people's feelings. Those days are over. What I'm saying is, you want to flag a video because you disagree with it. Oh my God, you are so immature. You are fucking weak. And especially if you're a man, you're going to flag down another man's channel because you don't like what he's saying about a certain group of people, or you don't like the fact that he's talking about women. Oh, but it's okay if he was man bashing other men like y'all man Janus do. Oh, that's okay, just to impress women. But guess what? Women don't respect you either because they see you with a dick. Just because you're a man with self-hate issues, and you want to tear down your own gender just for fucking female acceptance, that I don't have to co-sign. I'm not going to go down that route just for a bitch to like me. Fuck that. For a woman to like me. Fuck that. If you have a problem with that, that's on you. I don't give a fuck about your fucking feelings on that. The fact that you want me to suffer in silence and burn and suffer just so you can smile and enjoy your fucking privileged ass, fake ass, phony life, that's on you. Let me just say this. I want to end it like this. No amount of flagging and taking down other people's channels, especially the anti-feminist channels, men's rights channels, True Force Loneliness channels, MGTOW channels, is not going to change. Your feelings don't change the fucking truth. Flagging down pro-men channels, men's rights channels, TFL, True Force Loneliness channels, MGTOW channels, men's rights channels, is anti-feminist channels by mostly men and some women it's not gonna make the truth disappear, because the truth is the truth. If you don't like it, that's tough shit, man. You gotta grow up and just move on. Just because you can't refute and change a person's mind on how they see things and how they feel, you just gotta take it as a loss and move on. Just because I'm more right than you and what I said is valid and correct, just because me as an individual has more facts and truth of what they're saying, of what I'm saying out here, which is valid and correct, and you can't refute it, then obviously, if you don't like the truth, then obviously just accept it. That it is what it is. You just don't like being wrong. But guess what? You're wrong on this, and you just got to grow up and take the loss. Look into some shit. See the truth for yourself. If you don't believe me, but you won't do that because you know I'm right. So all you're doing is by flagging down my videos and other people's videos who speak truth to power, you're not doing nothing but you're just proving me right. You're proving people like me right and making yourself look more of a fucking bitch that can't handle the fucking truth, because the truth hurts those who like to live a fucking lie. So instead of just looking into stuff and addressing the issue so you can be right and coming up with solutions to the problem, no, you want me to co-sign bullshit. And that's what a lot of women and a lot of mangianas and feminists want me to do. Co-sign their bullshit. I will not do that. I will show you the truth. If you want to learn and grow and better your lives, that's then fine. But if you want me to agree with bullshit and agree with bad behavior and immoral behavior at that, and support, but you want me to but you want to do whatever the hell you want to do, but not be accountable for it like a fucking spoiled ass child. But you want me to punish other people because they're not part of the status quo. Then you're fucking wrong as hell, and you are the problem, and you are what's wrong with this world. So accept the truth and own up to your shit. Take personal responsibility for what you do in life. But don't tell other people to take personal responsibility when you ain't willing to do it don't tell other people to take responsibility for their lives, especially when shit is out of their control. You're not responsible for shit that's out of your fucking control, but you are responsible for stuff that are within your control, that you can easily change and maneuver. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, a lot of things on those aspects when it comes to privileged people like men, women, like the men and women who are privileged, specifically Caucasian people and people who got money and people who are desirables. My thing is, since y'all got the control, so y'all got the power, why don't you do something great with it instead of trying to be greedy and selfish and share the piece of the pie? But no, that's how we don't care about one another. But my thing is, don't talk about personal responsibility when you ain't willing to take personal responsibility for your own fucking life. That makes you a hypocrite. And as far as you want to flag people's videos, that is the most weakest, bitchiest, cowardly shit. And actually, that's harassment and that's bullying. So that all that does is prove me right and other people like me right. And you are the fucking loser. You are the part of the problem. And it is what it is. So the truth hurts, and just grow a pair of balls, or just go get some guts and grow some ovaries, or whoever the hell you are, get guts and grow the fuck up and toughen up and tighten up and stop bitching and stop trying to silence people because you don't like what they fucking hear. You obviously got fucking issues that you need to work on. That's all I gotta say. Work on your goddamn stuff and stop telling others to do it when you ain't willing to do it your damn self. That makes you a fucking hypocrite. Peace. Let me add this, y'all. You know, people, especially people within the so-called black community, wonder why you don't have men standing up and representing the community. And I was thinking about this hours after I made my, what I said previously, in my video, is that every time a man, specifically a so-called black man, speaks truth to power, speaks for what's right, and actually speaks the truth that nobody wants to hear and needs to hear. And I'll give you an example. Like Colin Kaepernick, he stands up for what he believes in. He's speaking out against injustice, racism, police brutality, discrimination, systematic and institutional racism. Now he has the right to his freedom of speech, right to protest. He peacefully protests. He don't riot or do no crazy stuff. He hasn't killed anybody, incited violence, and nothing like that. Guess what? Now he's blackballed, and you wonder. And another thing, where is the so-called black community helping this brother, representing him, defending him? Where y'all at? He stood up for y'all. He took one for the team. He basically fucked up and destroyed. He basically lost his career for speaking the truth and exposing what America really is, what America is really about, and how evil and racist this country is. He exposed the hypocrisy of America. he showed how America is the most, especially Caucasians, are the most evilest people, and they're the majority of y'all. Y'all are terrorists and support terrorism. Y'all defend the Klan. Y'all defend the Nazis, the skinheads, and these other so-called white nationalist groups, these other Caucasian supremacist groups, the cops. Y'all support crooked cops who are racist. Y'all support people like Donald Trump, who's a well-known blatant racist, and people within the government, within law enforcement, the court system, and working other branches of government and business. People who are in positions of authority, school teachers, doctors, lawyers, who are in positions of power to be racist against people of color like you and I. So you have Colin Kaepernick standing up. You have a few people, especially men, who are bold enough to stand up. And guess what? We stand up. Guess what? Y'all don't support us. You want to shut us up. If you don't say what you want us to say and what you want to hear, y'all want to shut us up. Women ask me why things are the way they are. What's the disconnect between men and women? Why is there a gender war? Well, you got to understand. I didn't start the gender war. I had nothing to do with that. Men didn't start it. Y'all kind of started it. Y'all were given leverage over men thanks to feminism, especially within the so-called black community. Y'all choose not to acknowledge that. You have other people, other men, giving their critique of the black community. But when it comes to talking about what women have done, is a problem. It's okay to criticize men all day. It's okay to criticize men, criticize boys, but don't talk about women. But don't talk about girls. Don't talk about the females. And you can't criticize your elders who are really really responsible for the disenfranchisement. They're part of the problem, other than Caucasian supremacy, race and systematic racism. That is the reason why we're in the condition that we as a people are in. But when it's okay to hold men accountable, especially for stuff that is out of our control, and that we had nothing to do with. But if women who have some power that they don't want to admit, privilege, and they actually who are actually part of the problem and actually are responsible, just like racist Caucasian people are responsible, and Caucasian supremacy is the problem. We know that. But when you hold women to a degree, who's responsible? Basically, when you point out the wrongs that women have done and currently are doing, you're wrong. But it's okay to criticize men all day and bash them. But and when you bash people, let me say this: when you bash people, you're actually like creating a narrative, and you're actually lying about them and exaggerating stuff that they have done in a negative. I'm not bashing nobody. I'm not bashing women, and I'm not bashing other people that I talk about. I'm not bashing women. I'm not bashing Caucasian people. I'm not bashing anybody else, especially when I talk about gay people sometimes. What I'm calling out is hypocrisy. What I'm calling about is the selective outrage. You want to hold a certain group of people accountable, but you don't want to hold don't want to hold this particular group of people accountable because you feel their feelings and lives matter more than the other people who are not part of the status quo, and you see that are less than, and they're not, and you see them as undesirables. You want to blame them for everything, and that's what the men are. Our lives don't matter. Our feelings don't matter, but women's lives and their feelings and opinions matter more. And they're looked at as goddesses and superior. They're looked at as angels, and men are looked at as the devil. But my thing is, who gave birth to that devil? That's something to think about. Now you can, and it took two, and y'all like to say it takes two. Well, it took a man and a woman to create that devil. But who gave birth to that devil? Who's the first teacher of the child? Okay, now you my point exactly. No, I remember when I didn't agree with what Bill Cosby did. What Bill Cosby did back in 2004 when he criticized the so-called black community. He was way off on a lot of stuff, but the fact that he dared to speak out and give his critique, y'all roasted him. The only thing I had an issue with is that he don't understand your approach is to assimilate and conform to Caucasian supremacy and continue to support and maintain it and beg for acceptance is not the way to go. That's why I disagreed with him on. But man, let me just say this: when a man speaks out and he speaks truth to power, and he holds women and he holds these fruitcake mangianas and simps, white knight males, who love the fact that they love the fact that women give them. Basically, what I was saying is they love the fact that these guys actually they're feminized. They ain't about shit, but women give them attention and stroke their ego. Men stroke them even though they ain't worth a damn. They coddle them because they love attention and they want somebody to easily control and manipulate. And some of you guys who are like that already know what women are doing and actually have better insight. But instead of calling them out, there's a chance that they may listen to you quicker than they will listen to me. But y'all choose not to do that. Y'all forsake your manhood just so you can get popular with women, just so you can get their vote, just so they can buy your product, especially when you're rich and famous, just so you can get the smell of pussy, just so you can get sex. And it's pathetic. I had an idiot today comment, well, I slept with 20 women. I'm like, that's a fucking accomplishment. I don't give a damn how many women you've been with. What type of women were they? Some of y'all guys, let's just keep it real. Some of y'all paid your way to get pussy. Some of y'all manipulated and kissed ass. And some of y'all fuck with drunk chicks. And you should never really sleep with a woman. You should never have sex with a woman who's drunk because she can lie on your ass and say you raped her when you didn't, when it was consensual sex. Just so you can think of it. It's just something you should think about. Take heed to the warning. But anyway, my point is that when a man speaks truth to power and he tells people what they need to hear and points out stuff, y'all shouldn't attack the messenger and try to silence him or her, but specifically him. Because we have been brainwashed to hate men, strong, heterosexual, tough-minded, independent thinking men. We as a society have been brainwashed to hate men who think on their own, who are self-efficient, who have an opinion, who have facts with that opinion, who speaks truth to power and don't care about what other people's feelings are, because y'all don't care about his feelings, so why should he care about yours? That you are intimidated. People, those of you are intimidated by a strong heterosexual. You are intimidated by strong heterosexual men, straight men, especially when they're men of color, heterosexual men of color. Y'all hate straight men, especially if he's a so-called black man who can stand up for himself and don't take no crap from nobody and actually speaks truth to power and hold people accountable and leads by example and hold himself accountable. A lot of y'all people who like to say personal responsibility, well, why don't you practice what you preach? Because I practice what I preach and teach. Okay? That's the difference. Okay? Your feelings do not change the truth. So y'all wasting your time wanting to flag people's videos, flag their channels, report them to the police, report it to YouTube specifically. Y'all want to tattletale and do some weak ass bitch shit. That's what it is. Instead of since you can't not intellectually debate and don't know how to communicate your thoughts like an adult, and since you don't know how to influence people and point stuff out, since you don't have no facts with your argument and you don't have no strong points with your argument, all you do is hurl up insults and false lie on people and false flag their videos and try to take down their channels because you don't like what they're saying, which is childish because that's not going to stop somebody from speaking the truth. You want them to suffer in silence so you can continue to enjoy your privilege. I got interrupted. Your feelings don't change the truth, people. So you want to silence people so you can continue to live the life of tribe. So you can continue to live your life of lies and delusions. And you're only hurting yourself. So killing the messenger, trying to silence the messenger, and try to suppress truth, the reality of truth, and facts, and what's going on, the reality of the situation, the reality of what's going on in the world. You're not helping you're hurting yourselves and other people who's trying to get truth to power and learn and grow. And you're hurting yourselves by living in denial. So your feelings don't change the truth. So if you don't like what someone's saying or just disagree, move on. Kick rocks. I'm out. Peace.